Everyday life, from the significant to the petty. Time now for Christy Gustafson-Barlette on 107.7 GNA.
Content queen, the golden goose, the KGB, Gusta Rhymes, Christy Gustafson-Barlette, Times Union, timesunion.com as well. She blogs, she Facebooks, and we're here talking about the flu. Good morning, Christy. How are you?
I'm good, and I don't have the flu, thankfully, but we're talking about the flu because it seems like that is what everybody is talking about online right now.
And on TV and everywhere.
In Chrissy's house.
My gosh, yes.
Does anybody get the feeling that there could be a little fake news? Fake flus?
I just think a lot of exaggerating. Like they're just blowing it up.
You think so?
I even had the flu.
You of all people?
I had the flu.
Yeah.
And I'm still like, enough with the hyper. Still go get your shot. Just stop. Everybody's just stop.
It's driving people crazy. Christine, this is what you wrote about, and you had a poll as well. What were some of the reader comments and thoughts and reactions?
I did, but let me just say, you can't exaggerate hard numbers when people are dying.
Yeah, that is true.
I know, but
that makes me stand up and to pay attention. But it's just like always in your face. I'm done with the whole, scare tactics.
I think it's made us...
Okay, and then because of that, some people are doing some little bit of crazy behaviors. I know a guy who was going to go out to dinner for his birthday with his wife and his 3 kids, and his wife said, no, we're celebrating your birthday in the spring when the flu is over, with the thinking that you work in the restaurant industry, you often don't get paid for sick time, so you may come to work not feeling well, and then you may transmit germs when you're serving people in a restaurant. Now, even me, who's crazy about germs,
Wait, can you just slow down for 1 second, Christy?
No, I'm not talking that fast.
No.
We wanted to comment.
I just mean, no, you're not. I just want to hone in on that. They said, no, we're celebrating your birthday in the
summer.
Or the summer.
Yeah, later.
Yeah, I got
They still celebrate his birthday, but the going out to dinner portion of his birthday celebration.
That's right. And they weren't even sick, and they were just they.
No, I guess the wife. I mean, I don't know the wife and kids. I only heard this from the guy, but I guess the wife.
What's she going to buy him for his birthday? A bubble?
One of those big things in the lawn.
Yeah, like a big space bubble for him to live in. People, you gotta live your lives. Clean a little bit. Be leery. Cover your mouth when you cough. But for crying out loud, Christy, you have to live your life, don't you?
I mean, but one of my readers kept her son out of school for 2 weeks after she heard that one kid in his class had been diagnosed with the flu.
Wow.
Now, listen, Brody got it. It was awful when Brody got it. And then I thought that Papa got it, my 76-year-old father.
That's dangerous.
And my dad, and we were terrified, because you don't want elderly, right, to get it.
No, that's the worst. Kids and elderly.
It is. It's the worst with kids and elderly. But, I mean, the rest of us, we're strong, healthy immune systems. I don't think we need to freak out when it's us. I don't know.
Yes, people are freaking out because we asked in the poll, does the fear of the flu change your behavior, change the things you do, the way you live your day-to-day life? And 62% said yes.
So what are some of the things?
It's 100% in my house.
Oh, my God. It was...
I have a story to tell you guys after, but...
No, tell it now. How crazy is it in your house?
So we got a shipment. A box came to the house yesterday, and Jen goes, here's yours. Here's this, here's that. And I was like, what is this? She goes, this is what I saw in the news. This is an ointment, and here's Q-tips. If you have to go to a client meeting or you're in a room full of a lot of people, you take this ointment, you put it on the Q-tip, you put it on the inside of your nose, each nostril. It's in my bag right now. And I didn't have the heart to tell Jen that I hope she's not listening, would never use it. I would never use it. But I was like, oh my God, you've got to calm down. But I didn't have the time to tell her. And
kills the germs before it goes.
It protects, it blocks the germs from going into your nose, and that's where they test for the flu, and that's where the sickness comes from, I guess. Wow. To get into your body.
That is a little.
You guys, it's in my bag right now.
What's that?
We have 6 bottles of it, or whatever it is.
Is that I mean, even by your standards, because we had an intervention with Christy yesterday, because she was going overboard, and I think that kind of gave you a little bit of a wake-up call. That's a little snap into reality.
Yeah, well, I always thought that was extreme, though, guys.
But had we not had that intervention with you yesterday,
no, I knew it was
would
coming.
you have done what Jen had wanted you to do?
No, I won't.
Really, that's where you would have drawn.
Yeah, I just put it in my bag. I'm like, I'm sure.
Julie brought it today.
I'm like, sure.
But Christy, don't you think that Chrissy is enabling Jen to behave that way by putting it in her bag?
Listen, I can't tell her.
I don't know. I mean, one of the readers said that she stopped shaking hands at work and she takes a lot of client meetings, but she said, no, I'm sorry, I'm not, because I think you have to be sort of ground zero to protect yourself and protect those around you. So I kind of understand why people are doing those kind of things. Yes, there's extremes, putting a Q-tip up your nose.
With ointment on it. You guys, I'm not kidding. I'm going to go get it.
I do understand. Or this is one of the women, one of my readers and one of the listeners, she's immunocompromised, and she's a teacher. So she says, I worry because the kids, obviously kids are little germ carriers. She said every day she wipes the desk down with Clorox wipes at the end of the day. And she said she's constantly washing her hands. And she even wore a mask. And people were looking at her like, oh, I'm going to catch something from you. And she said, no, you're not catching anything from me. I'm trying to prevent catching anything from you.
So she's wearing a mask at school?
Well, she wore a mask when she went out in public to the store.
You know, it's weird, too, because, I mean, that's what stems from Jen's thing, too. Ryan is, he's very asthmatic. So if he gets sick, like, game over. So I see why she does it, but I just think we take it to a whole new level.
Yeah, but even if Ryan wasn't in the picture, Jen would still be protecting herself.
No, because she's the way she is because of him.
I don't know. She's the way she is because of something that happened long before Ryan was born.
I don't know.
No, it's
typically,
because
though,
it's
yeah.
about
Born into
health.
the world being afraid of germs.
No, I mean, everyone's got their thing, and I think
agree.
that Ryan made it worse. I don't think that Ryan is how she is
that
because
is
of how
exactly
she is.
how she
I
turned
don't
the
know
corner.
I don't know that happens that way.
No, I knew her before Ryan, and I know her now, and it's a totally different person.
All right,
I'm going Team Christy because you've got a point. You didn't know Jen before Christy knew Jen.
No, you're right. I did.
True.
Christy, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.